Vanessa. How you guys doing? Come on in. Thumbs up the video if you are my friend. I am in the room. Been washing clothes. Ooh, I think this needs to dry a little longer. This is big and heavy. And it's not all the way dry. So let me put this back in the dryer. I got some food in the microwave. Okay, so this is brunch. I got some taco soup and some chips. I don't put all that sour cream. Every now and then, I might put the sour cream and everything in my soup, but I don't feel like I have to. Thank you, Father God, for this food we're about to receive in Jesus' name. Amen. So Ms Charlene made big taco soup for her family the other day. She cooked for them every now and then. She makes some spaghetti. For them last week. I was in Vegas though. She made this while I was in Vegas too. So how are y'all doing today? Happy Thursday. Today is another reset, regroup day on the homestead. I am at my friend's homestead in my bedroom. I washed clothes yesterday. And I still have a few more loads that I'm washing. Last night I took a shower and Raven was in the bathroom with me and she fell asleep. So when I told her to come in the room, I left the door to the bathroom open this morning when I wake up. One of the dogs that went in there and the peed and boo boo all over the mat, all over the rugs. So I got the rugs soaking in the toilet. I mean, in the bathtub. So I'm gonna fold these clothes, decide what I want to keep in the van and what goes in here in the room. So somebody left a comment on the channel. One problem I have with YouTube is when you block people, they can still see your content and they can go open up another channel and come back and comment on your channel. That's one thing I don't like about YouTube. YouTube does not protect people from trolls and haters. The least that YouTube could do, the least that they could do, is when you block a person, like you block a person on Instagram, that person cannot see your content. You cannot see their content and they cannot see your content. And once you block a person on Instagram, they cannot go open up another account. And harass you. So it's like YouTube supports the harasser. The bully, and the trolls. Because all they got to do is go open up another account, which lets you know that they have an obsessive compulsive disorder. If you block them and they go through the trouble of still harassing you. If you cared about what the trolls thought, you would not block them. But the trolls care so much about you, they can't live without you. They can't stop watching you, even though you block them. They still want to have communication with you, even though you block them. They'll go open up a troll account to leave ugly comments, and they even go to the extent where they open up an account and come in the chat and pretend to be your friend. Because they need to be close to you. So a troll left a comment on the channel, I think it was yesterday. And they said, what would you do without Charlene? So they said some other stuff too. I don't remember that on child. But that's the wrong question to ask. What would I do without Charlene? The question to ask is, what would I do without God? That's the question I ask you. The troll left the comment. While you're worried about what somebody would do without somebody else, the question to ask is, what would you do without God? What are you doing without God? You don't have God in your life. You don't know the Lord. So you're trolling people. You're obsessed with people. You're pressed. Clearly, my friendship with Ms Charlene bothers you. What would I do without Charlene? It's a good thing I don't have to find out. That bothers me. That bothers you. That we are still friends. After 2, 3 years, however many years it's been, I'm not counting. Bothers you that we're still friends. Because if it didn't, you wouldn't comment on it. It bothers you that I have a bedroom in her house. If it didn't bother you, you wouldn't say nothing. It bothers you that I'm sitting here right now eating food that she cooked. Why? What would you do without Jesus? Without Jesus, you do what you're doing now. Hating, trolling, stalking. I don't have to find out what I would do without Charlene because God put her in my life. We are friends. Our friendship is not one-sided, and she knows it. And y'all mad because y'all can't plant seeds of negativity and doubt in her head. Charlene and I both are blessed and highly favored. That's my friend. Are y'all mad because y'all wish y'all had a friend like Charlene? A ride or die? Somebody that wouldn't turn their back on you because of what other people think or say? Somebody that's not messy, don't listen to negativity, don't feed into negativity. It's nothing nobody could say or do to make me and Charlene fall out. If we ever fall out, it's going to be our own choice and our own doing. And the haters and the naysayers and those that don't serve God just sitting back waiting. What nomad and other nomads might have the same situation, but they don't show you, as some of them do. It's this nomad that I watch. Even though she's on the road traveling, at first she used to have a van, but now she just travels the world by plane, bus, or train, whatever she want to do. But she goes back to her mom's house. And stay there for a month, 2 months, however long she wants to. A lot of nomads have a place to go to recruit, to regroup. A lot of them just don't show you when they regroup them. They just don't post. Or they have other content coming out and you don't know where they're at that moment. I don't let what people say bother me. That's your opinion. Obviously, it don't bother me because I keep doing what I want to do. I don't always come back to Miss Charlene's house because I need to come back. Sometimes I come back to check my mail. Sometimes I come back because I got something from a company that I need to do a review on that I'm giving to Miss Charlene. Sometimes I come back because my friend need my help or I want to help her with something. Because I am a kind, considerate, loving person, and I'm a good friend to my friends. If you listen to people try to turn you against other people, you're the one gonna miss out on your blessing. Some people mad at you right now. They mad at you because they listen to the devil. They listen to the devil. I waste some soup. They listen to the devil, planting seeds in their hearts against you. And they actually mad at you because they listen to the devil. Don't listen to people trying to plant discord between you and other people. If you're gonna fall out with somebody, let it be on your own accord. Let it be things you seen yourself. Even if other people bring things to your attention about your friendship, pray about it and turn it over to God. I thank God for my friend Charlene. I thank God that she's a strong woman with a mind of her own. I thank God that she's not messy. I thank God that she don't care what the trolls say. Charlene don't watch the trolls. They don't go looking for them videos. And even if them videos came across their feed, they wouldn't watch them. Charlene and her sister Pauline don't respect people that have to make videos off of other people's content. They don't like that. They say the trolls wouldn't have no content without me. So the trolls need me. So why would somebody else need to watch what somebody else have to say about me when they could just watch me? And why would people have to watch somebody else having an opinion on your friendship when they're not here? They only know what you show them. They don't know everything. And they always assuming and they always get it wrong. So they never tell the truth. They always lying, making up stuff. For what? To try to turn people against me? Anybody that would listen to you and turn against me based on your commentary or your lies, I don't need the people in my life anyway. Like, I have never missed a subscriber that turned against me. Never, never could I ever miss somebody that turned against me. I don't cry over spilt milk. And if that's what God had planned for me, is to remove somebody out of my life, I would accept it. That's why I don't understand the trolls. If you're not friends with me no more, and we're not friends anymore, and it's God's will that we're not friends anymore, I don't understand why you mad, why you're angry, why you lying, why you stalking. If it's God's will that we're not friends anymore, then why can't you move on? Because those people don't have God in their life. But I thank God for my friend, Ms Charlene. She thanks God for me. We're a blessing to each other. I wore this shirt when I had that oil all over me. So nice. Thank you, baby. And Charlene knows who I am as a person. If I was everything the trolls say that I am, then Miss Charlene would have seen it already. She's not blind. She's a very smart woman. She hasn't gotten where she's gotten in life by being a dummy. But some dummies want people to listen to them, but you done let God miss. That's why some of y'all don't have no friends. That's why some of y'all don't have no friends. Because you don't know how to be a friend. First off, you don't know how to be a friend. And secondly, if you're trying to interfere in other people's friendship, God not gonna bless you with friends because you wouldn't want nobody interfering. Let people are grown. Let people learn from their own mistakes or learn the hard way. Let people learn what they need to learn. You can't tell a grown man or a grown woman to not date somebody, not marry somebody, and not be friends with somebody. Those people have to learn on their own. And they have to do what they want to do. Just because you might have an opinion on something and you might be 100% right. But sometimes trying to persuade somebody else that you're right about their own life, sometimes that makes that person do the opposite. Sometimes we push people towards people instead of pushing them away from people because that's what we want. I don't have no dog in that fight. Whoever people want to be friends with, that's their choice. And if they're friends with somebody that's evil and wicked, maybe they're evil and wicked. Because I see people that participate in all kind of ungodly things, and they're friends with ungodly people, and that says a lot. That say a lot. Me and Ms Charlene are over here minding our own business, and the only people that have a problem with me and Charlene minding our own business are haters. I'm not supposed to have nothing. I'm not supposed to have a friend. I don't know if I rolled or fold my shirts over there. I'm not supposed to have a friend. I'm not supposed to have a car. People talk about treasure, what God blessed me with. People talk about treasure. Oh, that thing is ready. Oh, that thing gonna break down. Oh, she gonna get stranded on the road. They just wished the worst. That's how the devil is. If you listen to the things that the devil say, then those things will be implanted in your head and you'll start receiving. But that's why God say, and I had a lot of splinters in my hand, y'all. Last night I was in the bathroom and I probably got about 5 or 6 splinters out of my hands. I helped Miss Charlene with something yesterday. Got a lot of splinters. But what was I saying? Oh, the devil was making fun of my van treasure. God bless me with that thing. I thank God for treasure. She was a blessing. She was a blessing. My leg is hurting folding it like this. She was a blessing. And just like God blessed me with treasure, He blessed me with blessings first and then sunshine. My blessings are new every morning. And my blessings come from God. No amount of hate, no amount of lies, No amount of trolls can stop my blessings. God blessed me with treasure, blessings, and sunshine. And God blessed me with my friend, Ms Charlene, Ms Edna, Ms Miller, other friends that I have. God bless me with those people in my life. God bless me with people that can't be moved. God bless me with people that have God in their hearts. You know, some people are hating against other people because they don't have God in their heart. They know some people don't see good in nobody because they're up to no good. You can't see the goodness of God and you're up to no good. You can't see the goodness of God when you're trying to see bad in somebody who God is blessing. And some people want to take the blessings of God in other people's lives and try to make it look like a curse or try to make it look unholy and ungodly. But if you let the devil persuade you to see something different than what God is trying to show you, that's on you. You're going to miss out on your blessings. That's on you. Ain't nobody going to make me miss out on my blessings. Ain't nobody going to make me miss out on my blessings. Nobody, baby. Nobody. I love loving people, helping people. I love being kind to people. I love getting along with people. But if you offer people love and kindness and they spit in your face and they don't appreciate your love and kindness, take it somewhere else. Somebody will appreciate it. Stop trying to force people to receive what God is trying to bless them with. You know, to be blessed with a friend in need is a friend indeed. A lot of people don't have a good friend because they've never been a good friend. And a lot of people don't deserve a good friend. Messy women that come together in mess, they think they're friends to each other, but there's no loyalty amongst thieves. There's no loyalty amongst thieves. If push came to shove and it came to them saving their own behind, they're going to turn on each other. There's no loyalty amongst thieves. But when you have a true friend, a godly friend, that friend gonna be with you to the end. Job in the Bible was going through something. Job could have died. Did he have a friend? This guy is saying, did Job have a friend that said, whatever you're going through, I'm going to be here with you? Even if other people judge you, even if other people ridicule you, even if other people have turned their back on you, I'm going to be here with you. We would all want a friend like that, but will we all be a friend like that? Job's friends turned their back on him. They judged him. They talked about him. They mocked him. They ridiculed him. And when you see people doing that to other people, mocking, turning their back on other people, that's just showing you what kind of friend they would be in the time of somebody's needs. Now, sometimes it looks like, oh, people are supporting each other and they're such nice people. They're nice people as long as the situation is benefiting them. And when the situation is no longer benefiting them, then everything they said about those people before, now they saying something totally different. So that makes them a liar. That makes them a liar. Because some people are mad because they lost a good friendship with the person. They don't want to see nobody else experience that person. So they try to taint that person to other people because they know that person didn't do nothing but goodness and kindness towards them. But they want to try to make other people think that person is a bad person because if they couldn't get along with that person, then it was them. But they don't want it to look like it was them. So you can't listen to everything that people have to say about other people. You're going to have to find out and experience that for yourself. Now, some situations I don't need to experience for myself. Some people, I see who you are, and I don't need to get a closer examination of that. But don't let people make you miss out on your blessings. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't let people make you miss out on your blessings. Because God have called us to be a blessing to each other. Blessings are not a one-way street. Having somebody in your life that God sent in your life is a blessing within itself. That's a blessing to have somebody in your life that God sent in your life. And that person is not there to hurt you, to harm you, to take advantage of you. That person is there because God placed them there. So I thank God for my friend Ms Charlene because the devil didn't want me to have any friends. The devil came in my life and abused me, mistreat me, took advantage of my friendship. And the devil didn't want me to trust anybody else to where I could have any more friends. Even when I met Ms Charlene and other people, I said, no new friends. Before I met Miss Charlene and Miss Edna, I said, no new friends. But that's what the devil wanted. The devil wants us to be alone. The devil wants us to be sad, depressed, and he especially wants us to be alone because when we're alone, we're an easier target for him. But when we connect with other people that truly love us, that truly have the fear of God in their hearts, when we're going through something, God says iron sharpens iron. So when we're going through something, we can encourage each other. We can encourage one another. But the devil don't want you to be encouraged. The devil wants you to be lonely, depressed, sad. He wants you to be vulnerable. So that's why the devil tries to come in between friendships and relationships because he wants you to be by yourself. So he try to keep you off one by one. And the devil needs, the devil is nothing and nobody. The devil needs help. The devil needs a physical human being to assist him in accomplishing the things that he accomplished on the earth. So the devil can't attack you on his own. He needs a willing vessel to help him attack you. So when you wonder why you keep meeting evil, wicked people, it's because the devil is using those evil, wicked people. And the devil needs those evil, wicked people to attack you. He can't attack you on his own. He can't attack you without their help. And he can't attack you without your help. When we don't have faith the size of a mustard seed, when we doubt, when we get scared and we're fearful, we're giving the devil what he needs. He needs a entryway. He needs a way to get in. And when you listen to the devil, you give him a way in. And when you're strong and you're resistant, the devil don't like that. The devil don't like when you know who you are in the Lord. The devil don't like when you know who God is. You know that God is your strength, your joy, your happiness, your peace. When you praise the Lord, you talk about him, you worship him. The devil don't like that. That's why Satan is constantly attacking people that are a witness for God because through your testimony, you're helping other people to be strong. You're helping other people to have faith. You're helping other people to see the light. Iron sharpens iron. You're helping to sharpen someone else, and the devil don't like that. So the devil is going to attack you, and he's going to use relationships to attack so you can give up hope on relationships, we give up hope on friendships. But don't do it. One of the best decisions I made in my life as of recent is by not letting the devil try to keep me isolated, not listening to the devil telling me not to trust people, not to give people another chance. You could give people another chance with their reason. New people, you can't make people that you haven't met pay for what other people have done to you. But that's what the devil wants you to do. Set up guidelines and perimeters around meeting with people and get to know people. Don't rush it. Get to know people little by little. God had it for me and Michelle to be friends. That was God's will for us to be friends. I have no regrets about becoming friends with Ms Charlene. Uh, Charlene is a good, kind-hearted, loving person. I'm a good, kind-hearted, loving person. We're both givers. Um, and we both are kind to each other. We don't, we're not in a competition with each other. We don't go tit for tat. And we try to help each other. You know, one thing about it, and two things for sure, when you have never had a good friendship or a good relationship before, when you get one, you know the difference. And I don't want to start crying right now, though, but I've had friendships in my life, friendships and kinships where they have all been one sided. I was always the giver. I was always the person that would drop everything for everybody else. I was always the person that would help everybody else. But when it came time for me to need help, I was doing it by myself. Nobody, none of the friends that I had helped say, Vanessa, you need help with this, you need help with that, I come help you. Or nobody would say, oh, I don't know how to do what you're doing, but I could hold this or I could hold that. Nobody would help me, but I was there for everybody else. And that lets you know that those people are not good people and they're not your friends. They just are friends with you. You are their friend. I told this person that I knew years ago, I told them, I'm your friend, but you're not my friend. And that's cool. I accept that at this moment. But when I'm tired of just being your friend, when I'm tired of just being there for you, when I'm tired of having a one sided friendship, I can walk away with no remorse. I can walk away and don't feel bad about it because I know I gave you the best. I didn't receive it back. But that's when I decided years ago. And I think a lot of us need to decide, like I was talking about the other day, this lady that I used to be friends with said it's better to have, she'd rather have half a man than no man at all. Y'all, it's not better to have half of nothing. That's not the will of God. It's not better to have half of nothing when God can bless you with the whole thing. When God can bless you with the real deal. Okay. It's not good to have half of a friend, half of a man, half of a woman, half of loyalty, half of honesty. That's not the will of God. So it's actually better to have none of that than to have half of it. So I decided years ago that instead of having fake friends, I'd rather have no friends. And the people that I was friends with, they were benefiting from my friendship. I walked away from them friendships because it wasn't a friend. You know, people had done things to me, said things to me behind the scenes that they didn't know that I knew that they had did and said. And I wasn't going to pretend like you're a good person when I knew you weren't. So one thing that God taught me is how to walk away from things that are not of him. How to walk away from people, relationships, situations that are not of him. Sometimes we, and sometimes I see with women, they need, they're so needy of a relationship that they accept less than, and they never end up with what they truly deserve because I remember years ago, I was dating this guy and he wasn't what God had for me. My sister told me, Vanessa, that man is not for you. A friend of mine told me that man just cock blocking. I said, yeah, I know. I know. I knew that that man wasn't for me, but sometimes we want what we want, even though it's not what God has for us, because we're in our flesh. And God taught me to let go and walk away from relationships, friendships that were not like him, that were not of him, that were not from him. And when you be obedient to God, at first it might hurt because you so used to what you used to. But when you be obedient to God and God start blessing you, then you begin to have peace. Any relationship that is not of God when it's time to, when God blesses you with the relationship that is of Him, you're gonna have peace. And even being alone, you you're gonna have peace. And if you start loving yourself the way that you love others, the way that you love others unconditionally, the way that you go above and beyond for others, if you start doing that for yourself instead of pouring into other people that are undeserving, if you start pouring into yourself, you're not going to have a lack. You're not going to have a lack if you start pouring into yourself, if you start loving yourself, everything that you was giving everybody else, you're not gonna miss it because you're giving it to yourself. And that's what I told myself. I said, self, if I love myself the way I love other people, if I be there for myself instead of being there for other people, I already got to do everything by myself. I already know I'm gonna be alone. I'm gonna do things by myself because when push comes to shove, ain't nobody coming to help me with nothing. So I started being there for myself. But I thank God that now I have a friend that if I need help with something, and sometimes I don't have to ask her for help. When I was working on my van, Charlene would just come and she'd say, I'm gonna be free tomorrow. I can help you with the van tomorrow. What you need help with? I thank God for that friend, Ms Charlene, that I don't have to do everything by myself. If I need help with somebody helping me to hold up a piece of wood, she was there. She was there. And if she needs help with something, I'm there to help her with something. And she can ask me for help, but sometimes I'll offer. Sometimes I can ask her for help, but sometimes she offers. And our friendship is not one-sided. It's blessed. We blessed. We at peace. If we didn't have peace being friends, we would not be friends. Me and Charlene have never had an argument. We have never had an argument. We love each other. I think Charlene loves me with the love of God. Ain't no hanky panky. We love Jesus. And we're trying to live for Jesus. When you try to live for Jesus, you try to do good by people. Some people can't see the good in other people because they're not trying to do good by people. They want you to see evil in people because that's the work that they're doing. They're doing the work of Satan. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting my ladder out the closet. I'm folding a blanket. I'm putting on top of this clothes rack over here. See, the Bible says that the devil calls those things that are evil good and those things that are good evil. The devil wants you to see the things of God as evil so you can miss out on your blessing. When you start listening to the devil, that's when you're going to start missing out on your blessings. I don't listen to the devil. I don't listen to the devil. I don't talk to the devil. I rebuke the devil. And then he get mad at me because he thought I was gonna fall for the okie doke. The devil get mad at you when you don't listen to him because he thought you was gonna fall for the okie doke. He wants you to fall for the okie doke. But hear from God. Don't let the devil make you miss out on your blessing. Don't let the devil turn you against people that God have brought into your life. And don't let the devil make you accept people in your life that God wants to remove out of your life. Like the devil wants you to stay in relationships that are abusive, that are harmful, that are uh, unholy, ungodly. Because the devil is using those relationships to try to destroy you and tear you down. And that's why it's important to him that he keep the wrong people around you and he run the good people away from you. That's why the devil get mad when you see through him because he didn't want you to see through him. He wanted you to stay blind. I know Charlene them not outside because it's hot. He wanted you to stay blind. He wanted you to have people around you that were gonna hurt you, gonna make you sad, gonna keep you depressed. The devil wants you to stay in relationships that are unholy, that are ungodly, and that's not good for you. Okay, y'all. We're in the veins. All that stuff that I folded up. I need to bring into the van, and y'all thumbs up the live stream. Did I just see how many people we got in the house? 23 people in the house. Thumbs up the live stream. Button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be prayerful uh, in your life. Put God first. And ask God to show you. Ask God to show you relationships in your life that need to be in your life, relationships in your life that need to be out of your life. Ask God to remove any relationship that is not of Him. Ask God to show you and remove people out of your life that need to be out of your life. Sometimes we stay in relationships that we don't need to be in. And sometimes God is removing people from our lives, but we get in the way of that, and we keep trying to make something be that don't need to be. Child, when God shows me something or He removes people out of my life, I accept it. And when He wants to bring somebody else in my life, I'm accepting it. So I am not going to force my friendship, my relationships on anybody. Just like God do not force His will on us. Don't force yourself on people. People either love you or like you for who you are, or they don't. And if you could do one thing to just turn people away from you, then they weren't for you. I'm not going to say they didn't like you, because some people don't like you to begin with, but everybody is not for you. Everybody is not your cup of tea. You are not everybody's cup of tea. But just because we are not each other's cup of tea, don't mean we have to tear each other down, talk about each other, or attack each other. A person's true character will come through when you are no longer friends with them. That's when you really see who people are, when you're no longer friends with them. And if you're not friends with somebody, but you were considering being their friend, look at how they're treating their ex-friends. Everybody that you fall out with, or everybody that you're no longer friends with, nothing bad had to happen between y'all. Y'all didn't even have to have a disagreement. It could have just been, we went our separate ways. Not every relationship between a man and a woman ends in violence, ends in, no. Sometimes it just ended because it wasn't meant to be. And you don't have to badmouth people, and people don't have to badmouth you. It is what it is. We just went our separate ways. And that's all that need to be said. But when you thought a person was a good person and they
take the opportunity to bash you when it's not even necessary, that lets you know who they really are. What do we get out of people? What do we get out of tearing other people down? What do people get out of tearing other people down? Ask yourself that. Some people get something out of it because they like tearing people down. They like drama. They like to make people play on other people's sympathy. So they need to act like somebody is attacking them and tearing them down or jealous of them at all times. That's just gonna be their MO. People jealous of me. And you know what? I've had my fair share of people who have been jealous of me. I've had my fair share of people who try to hurt me, use me, and tear me down. I usually just end those friendships without even a confrontation. I don't argue with them. I don't fuss with them. I don't go back and forth with them. I usually end those friendships by just going silent, just going my own way. So, but some people be looking, pulling at straws, looking, they need to have a reason to say other people left them alone when really it could just be because y'all didn't have that much in common. It could be y'all were two different type of people living two different lifestyles. It could be that you're living in sin and walking in sin, and that person don't want to be surrounded by sin. It's just could be a difference of morals, a difference of lifestyle. Some people grew up in the hood and they hoodish and they gangsterish and they're violent. I grew up in the hood, y'all, but I was kind of sheltered in the sense that I was responsible for being the caregiver. I was responsible for being the babysitter. I was responsible for being the mama and the nanny. So I was always pretty much in the house. So when I say I was sheltered, it's not that nobody provided me with this luxurious sheltered life. I was sheltered in the sense that I had responsibilities as a child that was always in the house, taking care of my sisters and brothers, taking care of my cousins, taking care of my step grandfather. I was always taking care of somebody. So, but a lot of people are grew up in the hood. They witnessed the violence, they partook in the violence, and they're very violent people. Some people were raised around drugs. Their mama was a drug addict. Their daddy was a drug addict. Their cousins was a drug addict. Everybody in the family was a drug addict, and they grew up being a product of what they seen. They grew up being addicted to drugs. Some people's moms were prostitutes. They witnessed it. They seen it, and they grew up living their life. Some people are hustlers because they seen their mama and their daddy hustling. It's different types of hustling to me. Uh, it depends on how the person use the word. Some people consider a hustler just to be somebody that's a go getter. But the most of the times, the word hustler means to me an unorthodox job. Selling drugs is a hustler. Uh, Prostituting is hustling. Pimping is hustling. That's what a hustler mean to me. Hustler just don't mean a go-getter. A hustler to me is a person that is doing illegal activities. Some people hustle other people, and some people good at hustling, child. But sometimes you grow up with that and you watch that, and that's what you don't want to become. And some people grow up with that, and that's who they become. I grew up in the hood, but when it comes to partaking in the hood lifestyle, I don't that don't appeal to me. Drugs, alcohol, prostitution, being rowdy and that just don't appeal to me. Some people say I'm ghetto because I'm loud. I don't think being loud makes me ghetto. I think behaviors make you ghetto. And a lot of people grew up in the ghetto and they are thuggish. They have the thug mentality. They have the eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. They believe in framing people, setting up people, hurting people. Uh, they believe in if you don't agree with them, they're gonna try to hurt you. They're gonna try to destroy you. I'm not with that mentality. I'm not with that. Like, even if I don't agree with you or I don't like you, I just leave you alone, child. That's just everybody that know me know Vanessa don't bother nobody, and Vanessa just will disappear. She would just leave you alone. She won't even tell you why she left you alone. Everybody that knows me for pretty much all my life, that's me. I don't argue with people. I don't fuss with people. I don't go back and forth with people. You know, now relationships with men are different. I just don't walk away from a relationship without telling them what's on my mind. Unless it didn't happen so many times, then I just walk away. But like in general, relationships, friendships, and kinships, after I take enough, you ain't gonna hear from me no more. You're not gonna hear from me no more. I'm just go. You're not gonna hear from me after I take enough. Enough is enough, and that's it, and that's all. But some people got a ghetto, destructive mentality where it's crime on crime. Like they got to hurt you. They got to try to set you up. They got to try to destroy you. And God is not in that. They're not blessed. You know, some people think because they can get this and they can get that, or they have this or they have that, that they're blessed. But if it didn't come from God, baby, if you had to rob, steal, kill, lie, or use somebody to get it, it's not a blessing. It's not a blessing. And some people are so focused on you because they're not blessed and highly favored. If you are blessed and highly favored, you focus on your life, you focus on your goals, you focus on God. I am focused on God. That's where my blessings come from. That's who blesses me. And I'm blessed to be a blessing because of God. even if I don't have nothing, no monetary, no materialistic things, I'm still blessed to be a blessing because God gave me my health. He gave me my strength. He gave me wisdom. He gave me knowledge. And my blessings come from God. I could lose everything tomorrow and I will have everything back that God provides me with. And I'm going to be thankful to Him for what I have. I don't look at what other people have and want what other people have. I want what God have for me. And if you ask, you shall receive. I want what God have for me. I asked God for a van the first time. He gave it to me. I didn't even know I needed a trailer at the time when I was trying to survive in the summer, but God gave it to me. God bless me with this van. God bless me with the subscribers who was coming to my channel and the people who was watching my videos where I was able to make money to save and be able to purchase another vehicle and to be able to do the van bill. I have spent with buying this van and doing the van bill, I done spent over $30,000. And that's a blessing because God provided that money. God provided that money. God provided the gifts for this vehicle from my Amazon wish list. The stove, I'm looking at things now. The stove in the van, somebody gifted me that. Um, Doorknobs, some of the doorknobs I bought, and then some Miss Miller sent me the other set. Lighting, wire, flooring, tiles, the tiles on the wall. Subscribers ordered those tiles. Uh, I'm just blessed. And the devil wants to try to turn your blessings into something evil. Number one, the devil don't want you to give God the praise for what you have, but the devil want to claim that you've gotten it another way. Because the devil want credit. The devil want credit. But the devil can't get credit for nothing over here. Because, baby, my van is not perfect. My van bill is not perfect. My van do not have to appeal to everybody. But when I look at my van, I'm looking at my hard work. I'm looking at my faith. I'm looking at my God. I'm looking at the people who love me, who made sacrifices to send me stuff, who I'm looking at my friend who helped me with this and helped me with that. And I'm just, how can you look at any of this and not see God in it? How can you look at this and not see God in it? A woman that is living in a van, a woman that only source of income is YouTube, and I did all this and it may not look like much, but this wood, lights, fan, flooring, cabinets, drawer pulls, all of that stuff adds up, and the majority of the cost is behind the walls. Baby, the majority of the cost is behind the walls. Uh, The insulation I spent over $2,000 on insulation because I not only have the Havelock wool, I have the foam insulation, the padding. I spent over probably $2,500 if I add it all up together and not do it separately. That's all behind the walls. Nobody sees that. Right now, when I came to this van, it is hot as hell outside. But when I opened up this van, it's cool in the inside. The ceilings are insulated twice. The walls are insulated twice because it has the that rubber insulation on it. And then they have the Havelock wool. The floors are insulated. Every inch of my van is insulated and insulated well. That's about $2,500 in insulation. Some people only spend that on a total van bill. So you can't compare apples to oranges when somebody else finishes a van bill faster or somebody else finishes a van bill for less money. That's because they're putting less into it. They're not insulating their van as well as I did. They may not use, I pretty much didn't use any wood that was thinner than a half an inch. And I used 3/4 inch ply on my cabinets. So this wood is expensive. A lot of people use the cheaper wood on their ceilings and their walls. When I was at the RTR and I seen other people's ceilings, I seen there and see like right here, I might put a trim piece right here. Other people did have trim pieces where the wall meets. I might put a trim piece right there because my lines do show, but it doesn't bother me. I could fill that in with caulking and then some wood filler, but it don't bother me. But my van is cool in the inside right now. I need one of them thermometer things to tell me what the temperature is. I got a few things on my Amazon wish list if anybody wants to purchase anything. Uh I got another Corel. Is that how you pronounce that? Plate set on there so I could have a whole matching set. That set is expensive, y'all. I know nobody might not get that for me, but I got little things on there as well. The thermometer things. What else am I in need of? I need to take this thing down that broke. Ms Charlene had bought this clock for me and it actually broke. Y'all, let me go get some clothes at the house so I can put them up. I also want to decide. Let me take this out. I want to decide. I think I want to swap out some clothes in my van. I don't know if I want. These are leggings. I always want leggings. So we want those. And got these pants. I want some dresses.
in the van. What is this? These are my exercise shirts. I kind of wanted to just combine the exercise shirts with the pants and limit, but I like having a lot of joint, a lot of exercise pants. I like having a lot of exercise pants with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7, 8 pair of black, not including blue ones. These are more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pair of black leggings, which we don't need all these. Let me see. But I don't mind having all these. Don't mind. See, I'm always having to sort through stuff because I'm trying to be a little more of a minimalist than what I am. I know that I am. I know that I am more of a minimalist than what I was when I was in home life. And I'm even more of a minimalist than what I was in treasure because I have less stuff than I had in treasure, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I'm slaying on it. I might just end up having all black leggings. So that way, I think I want to keep everything I have in here. Then I had a few more to bring in here. Trying to eliminate some stuff, but I can't. I just can't do it. If you can't do it, I want some dresses in here. So I'm gonna have to get rid of something to get dresses in here. I need to cut this nail. It keeps chipping. And these are like my 2-piece outfits. And summertime is coming. I got a lot of jeans that I didn't even wear when it was cold. Do y'all like to wear jeans summertime? Child, I don't be going nowhere though. I think I'm gonna take all the jeans out. I might keep these because they're slim, like capri. These are shorts. 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 I think I'm gonna take these out. These are jeans. I might need 2 pair of jeans in here. These 2. That still ain't made no room for no dresses though. So I could put some more shorts in here. Cause I'm a short person, y'all. I like to wear shorts. Crazy, because I used to do more shorts when I was growing up. I used to be shame on my legs because I had so many scars on them. We grow and evolve. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put some dressing.
And I don't know where that's gonna be. Maybe I could eliminate one of my shoe crates.
So let me go get the other stuff out the house that I already uh that I already let me take this in the house and go get something else and get my water bottle so I can make me some electrolytes. I found 2 towels on the bed that I didn't fold.
The joy of the Lord is your strength. Sometimes people want what you want what you have. Even if you don't have nothing, they want what you have. Because you got something that they don't have, and that's peace. If they had peace, they wouldn't be worried about you. They wouldn't be talking about you. They wouldn't be obsessed with you. Um, this woman that calls herself my sister, who came on YouTube talking about me a couple of years ago, she's obsessed with me. She wanted me when we were children. She tried to be with me sexually. I didn't want them. My own sister, my own sister tried to be with me sexually. And she come on YouTube talking about me, trying to expose me for something I never did when you've done worse. But the devil tries to silence you and think if they say something about you that's so far-fetched and so out of this world that you're going to be scared to defend yourself, so you won't talk about them, because they don't want to talk about who they are and who they were. Some people need to talk about how they grew up so sexually perverted. They grew up with so much going on in their families that those generational curses went on them. Instead of talking about what God may have delivered somebody else from, talk about what God delivered you from. Talk about how you tried to sleep with your own sisters and your own brothers. Talk about that. Talk about if God delivered you from that. Because if you can't talk about it, I don't think He delivered you from it. Talk about how you had same-sex relationships with people. I can't talk about that because I've never had a same-sex relationship with a female willingly. Now, I was assaulted by females when I was a little girl, but as an adult, I never partook in a same-sex relationship. But it's funny how the devil will accuse you. It's funny how the devil will accuse you of things, but they'll never talk about things that they did. And then they will accuse you of things, but when you turn around and say the things that they did to you, they won't address it. They'll say, "Oh, I don't talk about things that other people say about me. I don't talk about things that other people say about me, but I talk about things about other people." That don't make sense. You could talk about other people, but you can't talk about what you've done. Well, it seems like to me the same silence that you have when it comes to yourself, you should have had that same silence when it came to other people. Because the one thing about it, and two things for sure, I wouldn't be picking on nobody and saying things about nobody that knew things about me that I was embarrassed or shame of. Mm-mm. And then they could, all they could say is, I don't talk about things that people say about me, but they can't say that the person is lying. That's what they can't do. Because then if they say the person was lying, like anything that I say, I got proof, I got evidence, I got witnesses. I got witnesses that this female that claimed to be my sister tried to have an inappropriate relationship with me more than once. And I refused it. I didn't, I was like, ugh, get away from me. And I ran and told, and she got a beating for being a pervert. And we were at the age, we were still children, but children can be taught certain behaviors. And maybe I'm not trying to make excuses for people that do inappropriately sexual things as a child, because there's something that they were taught. And I believe that some things that are taught to people, depending on their heart, they will continue to do those things as an adult. But I also believe that when God truly changes your heart, He shows you those things that are inappropriate, and He begins to purge you and deliver you of those things. Some people have never been delivered of jealousy, anger, animosity, and lust because they never truly gave it over to God. And some people, you can't have an appropriate relationship with them because they can never admit they're wrong. Like this individual that I'm talking about, that person never came to me and said, Vanessa, you remember when I tried to do this to you, when I tried to do that to you? I apologize. I was wrong. That person never came to me and said, the way that we grew up, the devil had us participating in ungodly things and unclean things, and we seen and we witnessed unclean things, and those things kind of became a part of us. And that unclean spirit was something that was in me, and now God saved me, and that unclean spirit is gone. That a person has never come to me and acknowledge and apologize trying to fool with me when we were little girls. But that person would come on YouTube to try to slander me. Why? Because the devil is her father. Because the devil is her father. He always was. When we born into sin. Through the blood of Jesus, we come to the Lord. But the devil always was her father. Even as she stands in the pulpit and tried to be a minister, which God didn't call her to do, she still can't tell the truth. She still have jealousy and anger and animosity in her heart. Every single thing that other people have is what she wants. She thinks, I've met people like this, and I got some people like this in my family, y'all. No matter how much they have, they want it all. You can't have nothing of yourself. I remember years ago, I have a relative that is mixed, and she could possibly pass for Caucasian, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Uh, but it wasn't enough for her to be light, bright, could pass for white, with long, straight hair. That wasn't enough for her. She would look at me and my other cousins because Some of my other cousins too, we all have uh brown eyes, hazel eyes, blue eyes. And this one cousin said one day, how come everybody else got light eyes and how come I don't have light eyes? When other people look at what other people have and you're not grateful for what God gave you, that lets you know that they're jealous hearted. Enough is not enough. Her beauty that she had, that God gave her, was not enough. She wanted what everybody else had. And that's the same thing with this other sibling that I don't claim because she's never was a sibling. No matter what you have, and no matter what she have, she wants people to think that she's better than everybody else, but whatever she have, it's not enough. It's not enough. When when she first started talking about me, she didn't even have 2,000 subscribers on her channel. And she had been on that channel for years. She didn't even have 2,000 subscribers. But then when she came and started talking about me and seeing how many subscribers had, she's putting those videos on private or deleted them. But she don't think I seen the videos when you was doing what you was doing to me. I seen them. I just didn't say anything. But in one of her live streams, she said, where she got all them subscribers from? But then she turned around and say, I don't watch her. I don't know what she do. But you know how many subscribers I have. You mentioned how many years I've been on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, you start buying subscribers because you care about appearance. You care about how things look. You're in competition with other people. You never, ever, ever get in ahead in life being in competition with other people because you always chasing after what they have and you're never appreciating what God gave you. You can't chase after what other people have and appreciate God's blessing. That's why me, can't nothing nobody have, do, or say make me jealous, make me envious, because I have what God wants me to have. I have what God has blessed me to have. I'm going to be a good steward over what God has blessed me with. And people are going to always be jealous of me. You're jealous of my ingenuity. You're jealous of my joy, my peace, my happiness. You're jealous of my relationship with God. But the thing about it is, you can never have the relationship that I have with God because you're not willing to surrender all. Some people are truly jealous of your relationship. They jealous that God won't let them overtake you. They jealous that when they attack you, God come to your rescue. And they gonna say they not jealous, but they are. Trust and believe, baby, they are. Okay, this is the shirt that I got from the hat. Next time I go to the hat, I'm gonna wear this, and I'll probably be going to the hat this week. I'm probably gonna have a meetup at the hat. If anybody is in Vegas and you wanna meet me at the meet and greet, I think I'm gonna have a meet and greet at the hat. But if you want me to send you a personal DM when I'm going to the hat, because I am gonna announce it on my community post, but just in case you don't get the community post, If you want me to let you know when I'm going to be at the hat, then let me know. I might meet up at the hat like around Tuesday or Wednesday. So let me know. DM me on Instagram if you want to meet me at the hat so I can DM you when I'm going to go and let you know in advance. I can let you know in advance. So I'm gonna go get more clothes to put up, and I'm gonna get my water bottle. But y'all, you got to know who you are, and don't let people intimidate you. Don't let the devil use people to intimidate you, to try to shame you and try to embarrass you. You're gonna come out shining like pure gold. And a warning to Satan, if you, to the people that are letting Satan use them, if you have done worse to me in life, or you've done worse to others in life than I've done, don't come for me. Don't come for me. Because like if you come for me, I might feel like defending myself. I might feel like saying what you did to me. You have more to lose than I do because you're upholding pretense. You have more to lose than I do because you're pretending to be something that you're not. I never pretend to be something that I'm not. It is what it is, and it is what it's going to be. I am who I am, and only God can change me. So I don't pretend, and I can't be shamed. I can't be embarrassed. But people are shamed for who they are. I'm not ashamed of who I am because whoever I am, God saved me, God delivered me, God healed me. I'm at peace with my Father in heaven. You're not at peace with him. That's why you got to try to pick a bone with me. That's why you got to try to agitate and aggravate. So this is where my bras go. Let me see how many bras I can fit in there. I will break out the house. I think I can fit about 5 or 6 out the house. So let me go get those bras. Then I got some more stuff on the bed, and I started another load of clothes. I had the washer on a clean setting. You have to put it on a clean setting every now and then. So I've been cleaning the washer this morning. But let me go get the rest of the clothes. I think I'm going to clean out one of my shoe boxes. And I need to make sure my phone not getting too hot. Let me get my fan. Let me put my fan in the house and turn my fan on, get some water. Let me get some water for my fan so I can have a fan going. I don't know how you clean this thing, I want to clean it. I don't think my hand can fit down up in there. Let me see something. Pray for people, y'all. I pray for people. I just want to, I'm wiping the bottom. Let's see. Let's see. I wish this hole was big enough. I want to see how dirty it was. I think if you want to clean this thing, you have to take screws off of it to clean it. Let me go get some water at the house. It's going to take a couple of gallons of water to fill this up. You have to pray for people, y'all, because they need the Lord. But you don't have to ever have anything to do with them. The person that calls herself my sister, I love her in the Lord. She's never been a sister to me, and she could never be a sister to me. She will never, ever, ever get the opportunity to get close to me again in life. Never. Like, she can apologize to me, fake apologies, because that's all she's ever given. But even if she ever gave a sincere apology, it would take an act of God for me to go back around her. I forgive everybody, even without them ever asking me for forgiveness. But will I allow people back in my face and my space again? To some people in life, about 10 people in my life, they could never ever come in my face or my space again, ever in life. And I'm okay with that because I don't miss them. They never brought any value to my life. When people haven't brought value to your life, you don't miss them. And some people be like, well, how could you not miss this person or that person? That person never brought value to my life. That person only brought hurt, heartache, and pain to my life. I don't miss that. Why would you miss toxicity? I don't miss toxicity. I don't. You ever heard the saying, you could do bad all by yourself? Girl, I could be miserable, lonely, and unhappy all by myself. Thank you very much. Let me go get some water. That. Y'all, it's a water hose right here. It's a water hose right here. Let me see. I could back up to get to the water hose. Yeah. Let me back up to get to the water hose. And I'm gonna clean out. Okay. I'm gonna fill this thing up with water. But I'm gonna try to clean it out as well. I guess y'all will be able to see me outside. Maybe, maybe not. I think I turned the water on. Let me see.
That's a lot of food up there. I need a brush. Oh, it's like box. Classification. Try to take it loose. Let me see what my. I didn't know how easy. Okay, that comes off pretty easy. I don't know if y'all could see that. Let me turn y'all around this way and then put y'all down. Y'all might could see more. Let me get my brush and some dish soap.
that actually came off pretty easy. So we could clean this. Yeah, come on in and thumbs up the video. I'm cleaning my swamp cooler.
I would like to take the filter off so I can put that. It's like a spider web. On some of it. I did have this in school. This is actually which is really so many. Wait. I would recommend trying to clean it without taking it off because it becomes bad. What store? Well, by yourself? I'll go with it. I think it's big for it's actually easy to take for in that house. It has so much calcification in the Bible. My hand and then try to clean it out. I couldn't see. So it's just two screws holding it. I did it for me. But then it still sit at the bottom. So I took it out and all the water was that water coming out of there. It's like this. Oh, I'm not lying. I'm lying. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I'm going to the store with Charlene. I'll be back live.